Hey y'all, welcome to Art of the Budget. My name's Nicole. My pronouns are she and her, and I live in the Pacific Northwest and what is the traditional territory of the Coast Salish nations. And today I'm coming at you with a budget check-in for week 4 of March 2020. Officially here in known as the longest month of the whole entire history of the world. Okay, take it back. The whole entire history of my life. Yeah, so I'm going to just share what I bought this week or what I spent money on. I'm sure for all of us, it's been a really trying week. For me, this week, we officially, where I live, were given a stay-in-place order. I went from partial work at home to officially entirely work at home. And I'm very thankful for that I have a job for the time being anyway. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into these transactions. Okay, so I paid rent, and my rent this month was $800. My housemate lost her job, and in order to benefit both of us, I decided to lower her rent. I think it's a little bit easier for her to manage, and it's definitely easier for me to manage than the entire rent for this month, and then we'll reevaluate next month. So this is April rent, just to be clear. Okay, so I am over there, and that's fine. Obviously, I kind of did the math before I came up with that, and I think it should work out. Yeah, I mean, obviously I have more of a liability, but I think it's for the best. Okay, so I did pay car insurance. I did hear that maybe we should be calling our car insurance companies to tell them that we're no longer commuting to work if we are in fact now working from home. So I will be trying that in the coming week and just see if it does decrease my rent. I didn't have a long commute to begin with, but hey, I'm not really using my car, so may as well try. So that was $98.40. My student loan payment did come out. That was $303.24. If you have not yet heard, the stimulus package should has mandated that all federal loan payments should be zero and interest accrual should be zero. I used BedLoan. I went ahead and went in, and in that servicer, it was in fact showing as zero. My next payment is zero. I went ahead and turned off my auto payment because something else that I learned was that under the stimulus, that payment of zero will be counted toward public service loan forgiveness. Because I'm on public service loan forgiveness, it doesn't really make sense to go ahead and pay that payment toward principal. And because there's so much uncertainty, it makes a lot more sense for me to go ahead and apply those payments for now toward my emergency fund. Again, I'm a studio technician. If there are no studio classes, I don't know what that means for my job. So I'm just trying to be as prudent as possible. Well, as you'll see, I think from the transactions this week, maybe mostly last week, trying to also be as generous as possible to like immediate humans in my community. Okay, so now, of course, if you still have a job and you're essential or it's an otherwise stable job, right now would be a really great time to be putting more money towards your loans. But again, not if you don't have a very robust emergency fund in place. If you don't, definitely turn those auto payments off and be chunking that money towards your emergency fund, because we just don't know what's going to happen or how long this is all going to go on. Okay. So I went to Safeway. It's really funny, like the random things that you need. I just needed some produce. I went to Safeway and I got some produce and I spent $25.24. still, oh no. I also went to Fred Meyer. I don't even remember. Oh, you know what? I think actually I was looking over my transactions and somewhere along the line I'd missed a Fred Meyer transaction. So this was from a couple weeks ago. I was like, I don't remember going to Fred Meyer this week. It's actually in the town next to us, so I would remember. But 3538 was from Fred Meyer like a couple weeks ago. Okay. I did have my housemate pick something up for me, and I PayPal'd her $10 for some groceries. It was chocolate chips because I need to bake. And I did get some coffee from a local coffee shop in town that, of course, is now closed. It's a really amazing small business. I mean, it's also friends of mine. So, I definitely need my coffee stash. So I went ahead and picked up some coffee from them. And I'm going to include that in my 2% to art. I think that's where that's going to come out of because it really is a kind of an art. Okay. Another thing that I did was that even though my exercise classes are canceled, I went ahead and paid for them because, again, it's a very small business in town, and I just want to make sure that they're supported. And for me, it was already budgeted this month, so I just went ahead and paid it, and that was $78. I did stop. I finally was able to find rice at one of our little local markets, Capital Grocery, and that was $21.01. I got a big bag of rice, like maybe 5 or 10 pounds, and that was just all they had. And I picked up a couple of other items, but I don't remember what. I mean, yeah, I definitely have a lot of food right now. Okay. I also picked up a Discover Pass, and I'm going to take that out of my fun money. Now all the city parks are closed, but I was going to different parks to take walks, and I didn't have the pass that was required, so I went ahead and picked it up, and that was $35. And last but not least, my electricity came out. That was $38.84. And then I had some reimbursements. Okay, so I was supposed to be in Florida right now. And unfortunately, of course, like my conference was canceled, and of course, travel was canceled. So I was able to really easily cancel that flight and be reimbursed. I bought that flight with Alaska Airline points, and it was so easy to cancel. I was very pleasantly surprised. When I bought that ticket, I also had to pay $11.20. I don't know why. So that was reimbursed. And then I had rented a car. It was around $240. And for whatever reason, what they decided to do, which I'm very thankful for, was to refund a certain portion of it as a voucher. So I have a voucher for like $160, I think. And then they reimbursed me to my card $58.33. So I have those points for the flight back, and I have that voucher for a car. I'm thankful to get that back. Honestly, I don't think their usual refund policy is that generous. So I'm thankful. And I hope that one day I get to use those points in that car in Florida. We'll see what happens. And then last but not least, this is actually maybe from a couple months ago, I had a mileage reimbursement for $37.95 from work. So I'm going to go ahead and throw that in there. Okay. That's week 4. I'll be back with a budget reconciliation and a budget plan for April. I hope that you're all doing well. Right now I'm working on a what I eat in a day, so that should be out later this week. We're in, I guess, next week. Today's Saturday, and this will probably go up today. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. Check out my plant tour. I feel like it's kind of a light thing. And if you haven't already, check out Lillian Karabaic from Oh My Dollars live. It's, of course, still up on her channel. I'll I'll link it down below, about the stimulus package and what it means for like part-time workers, gig workers, freelancers, and what it means for student loans. It was really informative, really great. I'll link it down below. And I will see you next time.